This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Columbus C-Series fifth wheel travel trailer. And the model number is 299 RLC. So this is not a sales video, it's a how-to video. I'm just going to go over some of the features and show you how they work, okay? So here on the door side, we can see that you have two awnings, one that's on the slide room here, and the other one is right on the trailer wall. You look, there's 3 jacks, so there's a total of 6 jacks on, or 3 on each side, so it's a 6-point leveling system. It's got an auto leveler, and I'll show you where that's at when we get to it also. All right. Let's see if I can get this with one hand. There it goes. Okay. So this is a kill switch for the battery. If you want to shut it off, you can turn that key off and pull the key out. And then we have cable TV and hookup and some power here, of course. That is your dump hose, and then that device there is your power inverter. It inverts AC power, or excuse me, it inverts DC, 12 volt DC to 110 AC power, and sends it right to your refrigerator to keep your refrigerator going when you're not plugged into shore power. So it'll convert what DC power you have into AC power and keep your refrigerator cold, okay? Your tanks are behind here. You have 2 of them, one on each side, 30 pound. Okay, storage right here with a battery. The other tank is right here. And then we come over here to the other side of the pass-through basement, plus the water area. So that's your power inverter we talked about. This is your leveler here for your leveling system. So you push this to light it up. It's 13.5 volts DC, which is excellent. You can see it has instructions here on how it works. The main thing to remember is the 2 features you use are auto level, right, and then you go to the scroll here and you can scroll down to auto hitch. Those are the 2 you're going to use. What happens is when you auto level, it will remember the last position it was in when you auto leveled, and it will consider that hitch height. So when you unhook your tow vehicle, you pull it out from underneath, and then you come in here and you auto level, it remembers the position the trailer was in. So when you're getting ready to leave a week or so later, whatever time period it is, you'll push enter to begin the auto hitch height, and it'll return the position to the trailer to the same position it was in before you auto leveled it, so you can slide your tow vehicle right underneath it. So auto level and auto hitch are the 2 most common. You can operate it. You have to read up a bit, but you can operate all the jacks independently of each other, that sort of thing. If you retract all, for example, you'll do that, but keep in mind it'll nosedive the trailer. It won't hurt anything unless you've got something under the front. But auto level and auto hitch. Okay. You have a spray hose here, as you can see, and that plugs right into here. Now your water, you just have to look at these drawings here. The most common for city water, which is the most common way to operate your water system, you just hook right up to city water. That is this right here. So you look at the position of the 4 valves, and then you reproduce it right here with the valves, and you've got city water. That means you're just going to hook the hose up to here, turn it on, and you're all set. Now if you're going to be going someplace that doesn't have city water and you want to pump out of the tank, you would go to power tank fill. You would change them to this position here, and then you would fill your onboard tank. When you get to the campground, you would switch to dry camping, which is this one here, right? And basically when you turn the water pump on, it'll pump water right out of the tank, and all your plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping out of the tank. So it's also could sanitize and winterize them here, but you just have to look at the drawings. Okay. You have two gray tanks and a black tank here. The black tank is toilet water and waste. Right here you have a black tank flush. Like it always says, don't use the black tank flush, like it says on the sticker here. Don't use the black tank flush unless the valve is open. So your valve's open. Let's say you just dumped the black tank, which is toilet water and waste. You hook the hose to the dump station right on there. You turn it on. It'll flush the inside of your tank out. It'll spray off the sensors, clean it out really well. But always make sure the valve is open while you're doing that, okay? And this is a canister for a water filter. It comes with a wrench and everything. So if you want to use if you want to use a water filter in here, you'd have to rechange it every season. You know, you throw it out in the fall, and after you de-winterize it in the spring, you'd put a new one in. So it only lasts one season. Okay. The next thing we see are is the water heater. If I can do this with one hand here. Now I'll have to set the camera down. Okay, get it one-handed. Just going to set the top or the cover right here for now. Okay, so this works on either LP gas or 110 AC. There's a heating element that's behind this cover here. The switches are inside the trailer. I'll show you those when we get inside. This is the drain plug to drain it. If you drain it, always remember, or after it's been winterized and then de-winterized for camping season, always refill the tank with fresh water before you turn it on. Never run the heating element or the gas burner without water in the tank. That's important. Like I said, that's where you drain it from right there. Keep in mind when it comes to the ice maker and winterizing the trailer, this is where you turn the ice maker on and off. You don't want to, most people don't want to get their ice maker line filled with antifreeze and get the mechanism itself filled with antifreeze, so your ice turns pink and everything when you try to use it in the spring. So you can shut it off before you winterize, that sort of thing. That's the ice maker in your refrigerator. You have your fresh water drains down here. You got a 50 amp power cord. We give you the reducer to reduce it down. Okay. This housing tells us it's at the top there tells us it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit if you're interested. Also, you get a ladder with it, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 60 to 90 days you should inspect the roof, so make sure you do that. Make sure there's no damage caused by low branches or road debris or caulking or separation in the caulking or sealant. So it's got to be looked at. You don't know what's happening up there unless somebody goes and looks, so it's important to check it out. It should be part of your regular maintenance. Okay, I showed you the power inverter. Up front, this is the power converter here. You can see you have regular 12 volt, or you have 110 AC circuit breakers right here, and then you're labeled over here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses, and then they're all labeled. Okay, this is also a battery tender, so while you're plugged into shore power, this will sense how much energy your batteries have and keep them charged. So it's also a battery charger. Okay, this is where your remote for your powered vent hangs right here. Okay, you have your awning, your slide rooms here. Never leave the awnings out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll them in. Okay, you have your lights all here. Okay, the water pump is right here. Remember, you use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use that water pump to winterize the trailer. To turn your water heater on electric is right here. To light the gas burner is right here. And then you have tank heaters. Your freshwater tank and your gray and black tank here. That's so you can extend your camping season. It just heats the tanks up so they don't freeze. You can get an extra month in the spring and a month in the fall, for example, by turning on your heaters. This is just a switch for your ceiling fan. Then you have all your levels here. You can check your battery and your fresh water and everything right there. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Thermostat works like any other thermostat. Just keep hitting the mode button till you get where you want to, till you get what you want, whether it's air conditioning or heat or whatever. There's also 2 zones. This room and the bedroom are 2 different zones, so it's pretty typical. Of course, your refrigerator. This should always be on when you're traveling. If you don't, the doors will fly open. Eventually, they'll get dented. So you always want to travel with that lock on there. Remember, I told you when you're pulling down the road, that power inverter will send 110 AC to your refrigerator here, and always keep it cool. So if you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator will be charging the battery up front, and then the battery up front will be sending current to the inverter. The inverter will invert the 12 volt DC to 110 AC and send it to the refrigerator. Okay? Alright, your key's hanging here. When it comes to your range, it's all very simple. You just go to light and you depress it just like that. That's all there is to it. Very simple for all 4 burners and oven. This is just all your literature here, your remotes for your TV and your fireplace. You can see right there it's flashing H. That's the fan speed. High. You also can shut it off. You can go to wherever you want to go with it. You can change the color of the flames. You can change the crystal colors. Whatever you want to do. It also has a timer on it, a thermostat, so it's a really good space heater. Of course, the TV works like any other TV. This latch allows you to get behind it where there's storage. Okay. Get it all the way in there. Okay, so this is your hide-a-bed. You pull the cushions out of it, off of it, set the cushions aside, and you can fold it out. You have your theater seats here with your, they're powered as you can see, plus you got USB chargers here and lights here in the cup and that sort of thing. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not glowing green, get it serviced. It's obviously very important. All right. You have this comes with it also. This is yeah, it has to be set up, but this is your tire monitor, your wheel monitor. It'll tell you the temperature of your hubs plus the tire pressure in your tires. So that's a cool thing. You have two chairs out right now. There's 2 more under the bed. I'll show you those when we get up there. All right. This is for the front slide out here, for the bedroom slide. Pretty typical here. The toilet works like all RV toilets. It sits over a black tank, and you got a flush pedal right here. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water, then you'll dump a dose of chemical in there. And you'll step on the pedal and hold it down till at least a gallon of water goes into the tank below along with the chemical. Then it's ready to be used. Never run it dry. If you don't put chemical and water in it, it'll get clogged up, plus it'll smell terrible. So always do that. You have the same model fan here as you have in the main living area. Okay. Like I said, under here there are 2 chairs, I believe, yes, your chairs for your dinette. Close this. Emergency window here. This is pre-plumbed and wired for a washer dryer, stackable or combo, either one. And you have your wardrobe up here, as you can see. Always keep the doors, the sliding doors, always keep them latched when you're traveling, because they tend to bounce around and they might break. Same way with the shower. This is pretty typical with all RVs and travel trailers. You're going to want to bring them over here and always keep them latched. If you don't, they'll slide back and forth, and eventually when you're traveling they'll hit just right and break. So you always want them latched in that position, okay? GFCI, keep in mind that even if it's not a physical GFCI, all the plugs in this trailer, all the receptacles are wired through a GFCI. So it's all completely protected, even the plug on the outside. This tells us, this you can look at. It says 4G on it, but it also just has a public Wi-Fi option. You can look into it if you're interested in getting better Wi-Fi for your family. It's a signal booster and a router. Basically, an antenna will go on your roof, and then a router box will go right here. It just gives you better public Wi-Fi if you're interested. So you can look into that. It's pre-wired for that, just like it's pre-wired for backup camera. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking around here. I think we've done it. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof on a regular basis. That should be part of your regular routine. Right now this is in camping mode. It means all the antifreeze has been purged from the system. It's been replaced with fresh water. The water heater has water in the tank. It's all set, ready to go for the summer, okay? Thank you.